Oh no, it's Floppy Joe. If you want to see how to fix these, stay tuned. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Paul Knapp coming to you from Virginia Beach, Virginia. It is May 1st of 2022. And I'm turning over a new leaf. I'm doing something a little different. I'm switching gears from the 1/32 scale figures, and I'm going to be spending a little bit more time working on my vintage G.I. Joe 12-inch. So if you're following my channel for some 12-inch guys that I haven't been working on lately, well, stay tuned, because I'm going to be going through all my vintage stuff and doing some reviews, and like this, I'm going to be doing some fixing up. So these guys I got in a lot probably a year ago, maybe. I don't know. They've been in storage for a while. But as you can see, these guys will not stand on their own, and they've seen better days. These are called what we call Floppy Joes. They need restrung. So I went online, and you can buy these on eBay or other locations, but if you haven't seen this, this is a restring kit. Now this is for the older G.I. Joes. They're not going to work for anything 1991 and above. Here's your point of contact for this. And I bought several of these. I have several G.I. Joes that I need to restring. But getting back to these guys, they do have the flocked hair, so they're probably early 1971, 72 era. They don't have the beards yet, unless they were... No, it doesn't appear that they were taken off. So these are definitely 70 to 72 era. And this guy did come with his dog tag. However, this guy, take a look at this. He has on Brute for Men. Brute by Fabergé, if you remember that commercial. So that just shows you how old this thing is. I don't know if they even make that cologne anymore for men. But we're going to take these guys apart. We're going to fix them. Not too much breakage on these. Of course, the crack on the knees, like most G.I. Joes have, or the little split on the arm, I can live with that. Those usually don't come apart too much. A little bit of flocking on the back of, well, this one might need a little fix. I do reflocking in small areas. I never reflocked a full head yet, so I could probably fix that. Definitely need to give these guys a good wash, and possibly take off that chest hair that somebody put on and the fake beards, unless they were trying to draw a tattoo or something. But so we're going to clean these guys up first, take them apart, and then show you how to do a restring with the Oh No Floppy Joe restring kit. Okay, so you can tell here, just with a good Dawn dishwashing liquid, hot soapy water, I got most of it off. Most of the chest hair marks came off pretty quick. The ones that are hard to get off, you can tell here, are the probably permanent marker that they used on the face. So I'm going to try a couple more techniques here to get them clean. I'm not going to go right to the lighter fluid first, or some people say to use acne cream and let them sit for days out in the sun. So that'll probably be my last option if I can't get the rest of this clean. But just wanted to show you what they look like after just a simple once in Dawn dishwashing liquid. Okay, so my first attempt to using a more stringent cleaner was acetone, which is nail polish remover. I heard somewhere somebody said that you can do that. It removes paint, so I thought maybe it would remove permanent marker, but as you can see, it really didn't do much. Took a little bit more off of this guy here, but really, all in all, it not enough to make a difference. It did eat the sponge. So make sure you guys are wearing rubber gloves if you're using this route. But all in all, it really didn't do much. So step number 2. Okay, so my next shot was the basic paint thinner. And as you can tell, paint thinner and cotton ball did absolutely nothing. No change at all. So we're going to try something else that I saw online. Okay, so here we go. The next product I tried was the Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. No real difference on either one, but it did tear up the sponge a good bit, and I've been on it for about 10 minutes or so, so no luck there. Okay, so we tried the isopropyl alcohol, and no change at all, not even a little bit. So we're gonna go with the acne cream and let it sit. I know a lot of people would say the isopropyl alcohol you have to soak it in water and let it sit for days outside in the sun, and then you'll see it come off, but I don't think that's gonna work with a flocked head. I think soaking it in anything for days, it's gonna peel that flocking right off, and I wanna keep the original flocking as best as I can. So I don't wanna soak it overnight. I'm gonna try some acne cream and just put it on the spots that need it, and probably take these figures apart and bag just the head, because there's really no other spots that have any more hard ink on. Let those sit for a couple days, and this is just a cheap brand that I found. Hopefully it doesn't matter if it's tinted or not. Guess we'll find out. Okay, so I'm going to try to do this while I'm videoing it. Normally I just do this on my own, so this is going to be fun trying to get this to work. But what you want to do when you take these guys apart, get yourself a crochet needle or something long, metal, coat hanger or something like that. Pull the head out the whole way, and you want to stick this through the guess what you call it, the I don't know, band that's connected to that metal part, and then you can usually turn this and get it so it's like so, and then just unhook the head, and once you unhook the head, it all comes apart just like that. So there you go, and that's how you take them apart. Okay, so once you see you have it apart, what you have here is your right and left leg, the two ball joints, the hip joint, and the torso with the arms connected. The arms stay in there. They have their own strap going across. If it doesn't need replaced, you don't have to do it, but we may in this case. And then obviously the head. Okay, the head comes with the metal hook, and that's what you're left with. You know, the only other thing you have to do is cut these things off of the fitting that's in there, and I'll do that off camera. Now I cut those out just using a simple pair of nippers, and you can see it's pretty well dry rotted inside there. So the bungee cord came up, just kind of broke, but these little hinges, rivets, things were already attached to the bar. So you leave the bar inside the leg, and that's what you're going to hook your new one onto. Okay, so when you open up your kit, here's what you get. You get a circle bungee piece, and this is for the arms, along with these two little S hooks. Those are for the arms. You get this stainless steel piece, which replaces this rusty piece for the head and neck area. And then you get this bungee here, which already has two S hooks attached to it. Now that's the main piece that you want for the legs. So what you do is, first you're gonna string it through there, you're gonna put it through your ball joints, and then you're gonna take this hook and you're gonna attach it to that bar in there inside the thighs, okay? I'm gonna try to do this off camera and then bring you back. Okay, so once you have that in, which goes in really easy, you just kind of hold on to the bungee here, and everything's nice and tight. And I put the legs back together, even with the cracks, which are okay. And all we're left with is the top body, and I'm not replacing the arms because this one is held in pretty tight, so I won't be needing that. All I'll need is this hook piece, and you hook it around this, and then pull it up through the body. And that's when you use your little tool, either this one or something that you can hook on and pull it up with. Be right back. Okay, so here's what I did off camera. Again, my tool that I made, just a little hook to grab that little S hook that's attached to the thighs. you pull that through the body, and when you get it to the very top, I had a second one of these where I just used it as a holder basically. So that's holding the bungee. This is the hook that you're going to attach the head to, and once you do that, you drop it back in there. Now I'm not going to attach the head right now because I'm going to let these sit overnight or a couple days outside in the sun and see if I can get that coloring off. So again, I will do a keep this one on camera the whole time I'm doing it, fast forwarding it, and give you guys an idea of how quick and easy this actually is. Okay, so here's what we're left with. Two headless G.I. Joes. So, but they are standing on their own. They're definitely not floppy. I mean, their legs aren't even moving, man. These things are solid, even with the cracks in the knees and the joints. But turned out really nice. And again, I did not replace the arm ones, although you can. There's a bungee in there for that. So we're gonna go ahead with the next part, like I said, is trying to get these guys a little cleaner than what they are. Okay, so these guys have been soaking in two different things over the last couple days. One, I did the acne cream, put them in the sun for about 2.5, 3 days, something like that. Absolutely no change, so I don't know if I used the wrong acne cream or if it makes a difference, but I don't see any change at all. Then for about a day or two, or 3, I can't remember, I soaked them actually in the hydrogen peroxide, and again, putting them in the sun, soaking, didn't really do anything that I've noticed. You can tell they're still, I just pulled them out today, there's still some hydrogen peroxide still in there, but what it did do, which was what I was afraid of, is started peeling the flocking off the head. So I'm either gonna have to reflock this guy or do a paint job, for those of you that don't know, and I will show you right now. These are the exact same heads that they used to use. Once you can peel all this off, the painted hair guy is underneath there. So I will probably end up painting this guy. Since his hair is almost all off, I'll take the rest of that off and then maybe paint him. This one, for some reason, I don't know if they used a different glue or something, but it's not peeling like the other one did. But I may still peel it off and just paint these heads instead of having fuzzy heads, which is kind of a shame because I wanted to keep them in their original state. And as far as our 3D growth look, I might just have to live with it. I don't know. Not too worried about it, but you know, all the permanent marker stuff. Oh, I wanted to throw this in here. Somebody actually said use an Expo marker, and that takes off permanent marker. So I will do that while we're sitting here. And I think it's just coloring it yellow. I don't know. Yep, just colored it yellow. Made it worse. So, I don't know. Somebody said dry erase markers will take off permanent marker. So, if anybody else has better ideas, but again, I think this permanent marker has been on this head for so long and probably been in the sun, been in storage, that that ain't coming off. At least nothing that I tried. So if you have any other ideas, again, this video was not to show you how to clean a head. It was more to show you how to do the Oh No Floppy Joe restring. And as of right now, I've got two naked guys with no heads, but they stand up really good. So that's what I'm gonna clean these heads off and probably paint them now and stick them on these headless G.I. Joes. Okay, so I've decided to keep the one head that did not lose its flocking, and I just reattached him so you can see what he looks like. This one I'm definitely going to paint. So, but I wanted to show you lastly how to reattach the head. So normally this would be inside there. You just pop the head off if you want to paint it or clean it or do whatever. This is the post for the head, and all you do is take your Joe You take that hook and you hook it in the, there's a peg in there as well, just like the post in the thigh. Give a little pull up to pull out your rod and lower that down into the hole. And there you go, complete. And so here you go, 2 completed restrung G.I. Joes, 1970 era Oh No Floppy Joe restring kit. If you need to get it, you can find them on eBay, and I'm sure you can find it on his website. I'm not being supported by any means by this company, so if there's other ones out there, try them out. Let me know what you think. This guy's head's not pushed on yet because I just finished painting the top and it's still a little tacky, so I haven't attached him yet. But for those of you that didn't know, yep, fuzzy hair guys are just the painted hair guys underneath. So if you don't like the fuzzy hair guys, you can always peel all that off and just do a simple repaint like I did. This is just simple black. But anyway, there you go. And as always, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for some more vintage 12-inch G.I. Joes out of my collection coming soon.